Hey everybody, today on 5 Minute Survival, I'm going to be talking about the philosophy of survival, or the mindset you need to have in order to get out of that hairy situation you've gotten yourself into, alive, and back home to your friends and family, in mostly one piece. Now, you may be in the situation you're in because you made a mistake. Or maybe it's not your fault at all. Your car breaks down on a remote stretch of highway in a blizzard. Your plane has crashed. Your boat sank. The apocalypse happened and the world as you know it has ended. Now, regardless of why or what caused you to get into it, you're in it. And the sooner you can accept that, the sooner you can get down to the business of staying alive. Now, like most people, once you've accepted the fact that you're up the proverbial creek and you're going to have to rise to the occasion and carpe the diem, the first thing that's going to come to your mind is, where's my background music? No, really, there should be background music. Well guys, you guessed it, you're not going to have any. Survival isn't romantic like what you see in the movies. It's using spit and snot to reduce the friction of the handhold on your bow drill and peeing on cuts and scrapes to keep them from getting infected. Survival isn't pretty, and most of the time it doesn't smell very good either. But it's about doing whatever it takes to stay alive. Now, you're going to hear me talk a lot about the odds of survival, or increasing your chances of survival. And this is really the embodiment of what survival is. Now, every day we're at risk of our hearts stopping in our sleep, choking on a piece of food at breakfast, or getting into a car accident on our way to work. Now, the odds are usually in our favor that while these kinds of things can happen, they probably won't. But once you're lost, stranded, or left behind, once you're in that life or death situation, the paradigm shifts, and the odds that were in your favor are now working against you. Anyone who tells you different either doesn't know what they're talking about, or they're lying. So our choices are no longer driven by what's ideal, but what will simply increase our chances for survival by even the smallest fraction. Now, there are plenty of hard-to-remember acronyms for remembering the skills to survival, but we really don't even have to make it that difficult if we can just understand a simple blanket philosophy for surviving. Number one, accept what's happening to you and stop telling yourself it's not as bad as it seems. The sooner you can accept the fact that you're in a survival situation, the sooner you can start surviving. Number two, slow down, and remember, patience will keep you alive. The most common mistake people make is moving faster, getting themselves more lost than they already are, and even injuring themselves. Number three, your feet are now your most important body part. Keep them dry. If you can't walk, you can't survive. Number four, focus on your three basic needs: food, water, and shelter. Think of these three things as the points of a triangle, with the triangle itself representing fire. Fire to cook your food, purify your water, and warm your shelter. Now, can you survive without fire? Most of the time, but it's much more difficult, so make sure you're proficient at it. Many people often debate over which of the three essentials are the most important, with the most widely accepted correct answer being water. To which I ask, what if it's 12 degrees outside? Without shelter and below freezing temperatures, you'll most likely die of hypothermia long before dehydration. So the most important thing in your situation is whatever will kill you first. Now, water is, however, your primary goal. You can only go about 3 days without it, while you can last about 3 weeks without food. Well, hopefully you've just increased your chances for survival, and it only took you 5 minutes to learn how. Until next time, I'm Snowman for 5 Minute Survival. Today on 5 Minute Survival, we're gonna have a lot of wind. And it's gonna go on forever.